Alright, what's up everybody, Match the Gamer here. First, before we get into the review of Dragon Ball Super episodes 24 and 25, I just want to let you know why I've been uploading. I should have probably made a video letting y'all know, and if I lost some subscribers due to it, then I'm sorry. I hope I do gain y'all back. If not, well, I understand, but, go check out some of the other DBZ YouTubers, at the very least, who are far more consistent than I am. That said, I took about 2 weeks off from YouTube because of Christmas and everything. I was just trying to spend time with my family and, kind of relax a little bit because I've been learning all this stuff. YouTube's stressful to me because I'm trying my best to do a good job and make these videos and keep them interesting and fun and give you all the facts to the best of my abilities without throwing in any potential fake information, because that's the last thing I want to do is put more fake information out in the DBZ community, which arguably is the fandom with the most fake fan stuff out there. But that's a video for another day. But yeah, again, sorry guys. So without further ado, let's get into the review. So, Dragon Ball Super Episode 24. What can we say about it? It opens up very differently from the movie, whenever Goku and Frieza started the fight. So, they're kind of staring each other off, they're powering up, and then you think Frieza's going to charge over there. Nope, Frieza just kind of casually floats over there, walks over to Goku, and they stare at each other, and then they get into like this fisticuffs thing where they're grabbing each other's hands and pushing and struggling to get the other one away. After a little bit of this, they finally decide to go into real fighting, and they soar into the sky, where, of course, they continue to fight a little bit more. They shoot some blasts at each other, and then stop, and then they proceed. Frieza proceeds to say something along the lines of, "I'll make sure that he has fun in his time in hell," or something along the lines. I don't know exactly what he said, but basically, of course, he was threatening to kill Krillin. He shoots a blast at Krillin, and of course, Goku manages to get down there, knock it away. Frieza takes advantage of this, hits Goku, does a couple more times, and then tries to shoot at roughly where Bulma and Jocko are, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, Vegeta gets down there, takes care of the situation, and gets on to Goku saying, quit playing around Kakarot. So Goku gets a little bit more serious. Fight progresses a little bit more, and ultimately they stop. They're talking, and then Vegeta comes up there, much like in the movie, and starts punching at Goku. Of course, Goku's dodging, trying to figure out, like, what the heck? Why are you doing this? Well, like, Frieza, of course, thinks he's got his henchman back, and then Vegeta, says, "Congratulations on your resurrection," and then he starts clapping. Just like that. I don't know if you heard that, but he's just clapping. So, he clapped for a little bit, and eventually this irritated Frieza. So much so to the point where he says, like, "Quit that, it's hurting my ears." He shouts, and Vegeta stops, smiles, basically says, "You should have never been resurrected," or something along the lines of that. And this ultimately takes Frieza off. Frieza, is like, "Oh, I thought I got my henchman back." And then, Sorbet, the short little one that has the ring that ultimately shoot Goku later, if you've seen the movie, well, he's down there thinking, "Oh, great, we're going to potentially have Vegeta come back." He didn't like that. So, of course, he finds out that's not the issue. And then Frieza's like, "I'll kill you after I'm done killing Goku." Well, he's like, "Yeah, you think you will. You think you can, So Vegeta, of course, blows him off. But anyways, Vegeta goes back down. Goku and Frieza have a little bit more of a talky-talk session again. Ultimately, it's getting to where it's like Naruto bad in terms of talking. Like, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, in Naruto, there was this constant running joke that people made, especially in the manga reading community. They would say, like, "talk no jutsu," which is how they make fun of them because they constantly talked and talked and talked. There's more talking than fighting in some fights, and people didn't like that. So this fight's ultimately a lot like that. You could say that they're talking a lot. Anyways, they continue talking some more, And eventually, Frieza's like, "So you defeated Majin Buu or something like that?" And Goku goes, "Yeah, so what?" And then he goes, "Oh, you have gotten a lot stronger." And they talk a little bit more, and then Frieza ultimately, decides, "I know you're holding back." And Goku's like, "Yeah, I am." And he's like telling Frieza, like, "Yeah, I'll transform, but don't be scared when I do." So Goku, of course, transforms, but before going any further, I thought it was interesting, like, just ultimately how the transformation worked. I think it almost kind of looked like they pulled it from the movie to a degree, because I feel like they did a really great job with animating it into the anime as compared to, like how lately they've been screwing up a lot of how they draw the characters for whatever reason. Anyways, so Goku transforms, and Frieza's, shot by it, and of course, they can't sense Goku's ki. They all pointed that out. We can't sense it, and we finally get confirmation. Yes, it has been confirmed that the Super Saiyan Blue form is stronger than Super Saiyan God, the red hair form. It's been confirmed by Goku. It was said by Roshi. So it's been confirmed all over the place at this point that the blue hair form is superior to the red hair form. Basically, Goku and Vegeta in base form are equal to the red hair form, so the blue form exceeds that. So anyways, Goku's explaining to Frieza, what the form is, how he attained it, and he used a complicated version, surprisingly. I thought he'd go simple, being as Goku's, well, quite literally a simple man. But no, he uses the complicated version, explains it to Frieza, and then Frieza trying to say Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, all in the same sentence, practically almost bit his tongue trying to say it. And then ultimately, before the fight gets to where we get to see Frieza change, they cut the episode off there, but then we pick up back in episode 25, where the fight continues, and Frieza ultimately wanting to test Goku's strength comes flying at Goku. Goku just grabs his hand, no problem, and he squeezes it, and he real easy. Like Frieza's no match for Goku in this state. So Frieza then backs up, and I honestly think Frieza was lying. I think Frieza's trying to see if he could beat Goku while he's like that without having to transform into his new form. And Frieza's like, okay, he's tougher than I thought. Well, I'm going to lie and say, I wanted to test you and make sure you're worthy of my new form. So Frieza transforms into his new form, and it's ultimately very similar to that of a godlike state. Now, I don't know if he's using godly ki. It was never confirmed. Like, none of the guys down there said, oh crap, he's a lot stronger in this form. Like, they sensed him, but they also didn't deny that they couldn't detect his energy anymore either. So I mean, like, obviously they pointed it out with Goku, so it only makes sense that they would do the same with Frieza if that were the case, but being as they did not, who knows? So, anyways, they go forward with that, and they start to fight a little bit, and clearly Goku's getting his butt handed to him. Like, Goku's got no shot at the moment. Meanwhile, while this is going on, they exchange a few blows, and we go out to space, and here's Beerus and Whis. They're on their way to Earth, and of course, Whis telepathically tells Bulma, hey, I'll arrive at Earth in 4 minutes, 30 seconds, I believe is what he said precisely. And, of course, Bulma, completely ignores that, and, Whis continues flying through space, and then, like, he detects something, stops, and says, I said something, and Beerus gets on to Whis, for suddenly stopping like that, and then, of course, here comes Champa and Vados, who appear before them. And they proceed to talk, and stuff. They, Beerus, is wondering what he's doing there. And Champa, of course, lies and says, oh, I'm just out for a walk. And they were about to fight, or Champa challenges him to a fight, and Champa, says, Vados, fight him. And he says, I'm lazy, I don't want to fight. So, what I think it was is actually he's scared of Beerus, a little bit at the very least. Beerus would have took him on, but I think Champa is just ultimately scared. I don't think it's that he's lazy. Yes, he's fat, but, I've seen very busy fat people, so you can't associate laziness with fat, okay, all the time. Yeah, it kind of does fit in there, but, that's not always the case. But of course, I could just be wrong. Maybe he really was telling the truth, and that he is lazy and didn't want to fight him. Who knows? Anyways, they take off. They go in separate directions. And they're obviously there looking for the Super Dragon Balls. They apparently have 5, if I remember correctly. So, anyways, Beerus and Whis continue on Earth. Meanwhile, on Earth, Jocko's trying to take pictures of the entire fight. You know, he's snapping photos. And then he proceeds to tell, Bulma proceeds to ask, you know, why are you doing that? And he goes, I got to report everything to the higher-ups. And then she goes, well, what'll happen if you show those photos to those higher-ups? And Jocko goes, oh, we'll send a missile to Earth because it'll be in danger to destroy it. And I'm like, I'm thinking, that's the Galaxy King's ultimate solution. If a planet is under attack by a if the planet is inhabited by a super powerful being, regardless if they are helpful to the planet or not, send a missile there and kill off the entire populace. Wouldn't it be smarter to send in soldiers and find out what the intent of the strong being is, whether it be somebody malicious like Frieza or kind-hearted and good-natured like Goku? Just saying, okay? Just saying, make a joke. Anyways, so, of course, Bulma, not wanting this to happen, takes the camera and starts to smash it. Jocko freaks out. Apparently, he's got quite a few cameras. I believe he showed 3 and attempted to snap a picture of Frieza while in his golden form. And of course, Jocko got scared, backed off. And then there's a later point whenever Beerus and Whis finally arrive, and he asks Bulma, like, you know, hey, can I get a picture with them? And Bulma says, you probably should. You might piss him off. He might kill you. Then, of course, he goes, never mind. So, anyways, much like in a movie, Frieza and Goku are talking, and then Frieza starts looking over at, you know, Goku's friends, because, you know, he's like saying, I'm going to kill you, and they're going to kill Vegeta, and they're going to kill all of them. And as he's panning around looking at all of them, he then sees none other than Beerus and Whis sitting there eating the ice cream that Bulma had made. And of course, Frieza freaks out, you know, like, oh crap, they're here. And ultimately, Beerus said the same thing that he did in the movie, you know, like, the God of Destruction sides with no one. I am merely here to enjoy this treat, just try to fight a little further away. I don't want sand in my ice cream. So, of course, Frieza, like, goes back on focusing on Goku. And then Bulma says, what, you ain't gonna help out? And Beerus says, as long as there's delicious food, I'll protect you. Just stand near me. So everybody gets over near Beerus, much like in a movie. It was funny whenever it happened in the movie, and it's funny when it happened in the anime. So the fight continues. Goku's getting his butt handed to him, and ultimately it ends there, and that's about it. So I believe I covered everything. I may have left out a few small details, but nothing that was necessarily huge or defining to the plot. But I want to thank y'all for watching. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe. Check out the official Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch pages. I'll link down below in the description. I guess I got nothing else left to say. Oh, and make sure you stay tuned to the end where I'll talk about the Indiegogo project I'm working with. Yes, I'm sure many of y'all are aware that it's well past the time that we were accepting donations for it, but guess what? Or excuse me, contributions for it, but guess what? We have decided to take it past the actual date that we originally said. I'm sorry if I get a little loud here and there. I don't have control over how my computer's acting right now. Anyways, so yeah, there's that. So let me see. I think I ain't got nothing else left to say. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Like, rate, comment, subscribe. Check out Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. I'll link in the description below. Stay tuned to tomorrow, where I will be playing the next part of my Pokemon Yellow Let's Play. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. That'll be up tomorrow at some point. Don't know when, but it will be up, and hopefully y'all will enjoy it. Will I defeat the Fire-type gym leader for the Kanto region? Who knows? Let's see. My Blastoise seems to be ready, but I could be way wrong about that. So, yeah, thank y'all, and yeah, peace. Alright, what's up everybody, Match the Gamer here. Hopefully you stay tuned to the end. This is the Monstars Plush Anime Gaming and Cosplay Addicts Indiegogo project I'm working with. We currently have $652 raised. That's 9% of it funded. And we've gone into overtime basically with this. We originally were going to end it on December 25th. I'm not exactly sure how you contribute because I'm not seeing the contribute button, but the person that started this claims you're still able to, so alright. That said, If you do have any questions, we actually do have a Facebook page. Go on Facebook and look us up. We're there. In fact, you can actually click the links down here below. It'll take you to them. Anyways, so the overall goal is to get $7,000 raised. Again, we have 652 of that raised so far, which is 9%. And we plan on using said $7,000 to create a plushie of this fella right here. This plushie, if you're not familiar with him, is known as a Monstar. The Monstars are the mascot of a company known as Gaijin USA Incorporated. And for those of you that are not familiar with Gaijin USA Incorporated, perhaps you're more familiar with one of their products. That product, of course, being the Starbots. The Starbots is sold at conventions all around the country, typically anime conventions, but they have been known to sell them at like sci-fi conventions and things of that nature. The bots is basically an anime and gaming mystery bots. It's just bots filled with awesome anime and gaming items. I've seen people pull all sorts of things out of them. 3DSs, a bathrobe themed after Goku's gi from Dragon Ball Z, iPods, etc. Now, you don't always get those, and it's not guaranteed, and you don't get to pick what's in there. You pay for the bots, and maybe you'll get an awesome one. Maybe you'll get one that ain't super awesome, but it should have something in there you will be interested in. Anyways, I will leave a link down below in the description of the video in case you would like to go and buy a bot, but make sure you throw a little money on this project first, if you would please, sir and or madam. Now, we do have some interesting little perks if you donate a certain amount. You know, if you donate 400, you get the monthly madness here. If you're not familiar with what the monthly madness is, allow me to simplify it for you. You receive 1 star bots a month for 12 months. So, 1 star bots a month for a whole freaking year, and this includes free shipping. Sounds awesome to me. If you donate $3, you get a button. It just basically says you contribute, and it's got a picture of the mascot on it, okay? 2 out of 1,000 have been claimed, by the way. Maybe you could be number 3 out of 1,000. If you donate $19, you actually get a plushie. 5 out of 400 have been claimed. If you donate $40, you get 2 of the plushies. 3 out of 200 have been claimed. If you donate $90, you get 3 of the plushies. 1 out of 100 have been claimed. And if you donate $200, you get the Mega Bots. And it's just basically the Starbots, but it also comes with 4 Monstar plushies. Whenever we get funded to make them, that is. So, if you're not familiar with what the Monstars are, here's a little interesting bat story on them. No one really knows where they came from. The crew of a cargo ship discovered them and unmarked bots that mysteriously appeared in their hold. They have been part of the ship's crew ever since. There always seems to be more and more of them popping up. They love animating video games to the point they try to eat geeky items inside, and they can be found reading manga, playing games, and cosplaying when they are not helping Starlo and their crew procure more rare items to transport for a fee. Now, here's a basic spec sheet of what it'll look like. Here's a green looking one. It will be blue like this up here, by the way. The reason for that being is just because blue is a cheaper color to work with, etc., etc. Here's a blue version of it, as you can see, compared to that one. More of a pudge for the tail area like it's supposed to have, as per seen here. And we do eventually plan on doing a cosplay line of them. So I believe that about covers everything. So a link to this will be down below in the description. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe. And remember to stay tuned to tomorrow, where I will be playing the Pokemon Yellow Let's Play, my next part. It will be uploaded to YouTube. I don't know exactly when tomorrow will be put up there, but it will be up there. So thank y'all, and yeah, peace. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z/Kai, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super are all owned by Fuji TV, Toei Animation, Funimation, and Akira Toriyama. I do not claim to own any of these. The video and any images that appear were used under fair use.